Hi, welcome to Cinema Express. I'm Bhuvanesh Chandar, and in this edition of Kutty Review, we are going to be talking about Ridley Scott's House of Gucci. House of Gucci begins with a shot of a gun-wielding man approaching a lead character. We don't see what happens, and the screenplay shifts back to a few years prior. Of course, we know that the story is eventually going to lead up to that ill-fated opening moment, and considering that this is a real-life story of the family that owned the popular Italian fashion brand Gucci, the screenplay has to also cater to those people who are not familiar with the Gucci story, right? However, the set story is very charmless and unsurprising. The film follows Lady Gaga's character Patricia, a 20-something woman from a middle-class Italian family who has her eyes set on Mauricio Gucci, played by Adam Driver. Adam Driver's character Mauricio is a heir to his father Rodolfo Gucci, played by Jeremy Irons' fashion empire. Love blooms, but Rodolfo is apprehensive of Patricia's intentions. So an argument ensues between the father and son, and Mauricio leaves everything behind for his lady love. They get married, and now we learn that Rodolfo may not be wrong about his opinion on Patricia. She pushes her husband to meet his uncle Aldo Gucci, who is played by Al Pacino, to dethrone Rodolfo. A tale of love, deceit and feud begins. After Aldo's entrance, the film turns into an Al Pacino show for a while. I mean, the veteran makes you feel for his character through all his downfalls. He makes you laugh too, even if he isn't the comic relief in this film. That job is assigned to Jared Leto, who plays Paolo Gucci, Aldo's wastrel son who double crosses his father, and he has a taste for unusual dialogues in the most unusual circumstances. Every character in this film seems intriguing on paper, even if not on screen. The men in this film, Aldo in particular, break their composure in seconds. They have fragile egos, and it just takes one dialogue to change them from pleasant men to threatening characters. A great addition to the story is the character of Pina, played by Salma Hayek, a tarot card reading soothsayer who becomes Patricia's advisor and confidante. Though the character is sadly very underutilized, she proves to be useful to Patricia, especially when it comes to pivotal moments when she has to take dangerous decisions that can drastically change the narrative. Though all these characters play their part, it's Patricia who owns House of Gucci, which is essentially a story about this big-hearted woman's quest to ascend to the top. In a world that refuses to accept her, Patricia must also fight for her love and her family. The ferocity of Gaga keeps you invested in some mediocre positions. Paolo Franchi, played by Camille, she enters the film from nowhere and she begins to threaten Patricia's marital life. She has to confront her in a way that doesn't spoil her already sinking equation with her husband. Gaga manages a dialogue exchange here with a stare that seems to shoot lasers. The same may not apply to Driver's character who plays Mauricio in the film. Perhaps it's because he's never really given a moment to shine and you never truly get a glimpse into his character. The exquisite production design makes this world feel rather dreamlike for a commoner, and yet the great performances and such great production design get lost in this highly predictable, unengaging story. It's rather strange coming from a filmmaker like Ridley Scott, who recently gave a film like The Last Duel, which had some terrific writing. There's a powerful moment in the end, again on paper, when Patricia insists on being called Signora Gucci in court. It should have been a cracker of a moment, but it really makes you feel bad for Gaga. That's it from this edition of Kutty Review. If you like this review, do like, comment and share. See you soon.